Welcome, RSC fans, one and all. You are tuning in to the Chally and Elite Finals match night. Only two match nights left to go today and Wednesday. On the desk tonight, you've got myself, Mr. Boss Radala. Joining me on the desk, Mr. Croptopolis himself, and producing for us, Mr. Hud. Crop, what are we getting to look? What are we getting to look into with this first Chally matchup?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be the Squalls and Breadsticks going up against each other. Coming into this with a relatively similar regular season stat line, 39 to 21 for Breadsticks and 36 to 24. But something I want to point out real quick as we're looking at this bracket run here. Squalls, third seed from their side of the bracket, taking down the sixth, fourth, and first seed. So I would say they had a little bit more of a tougher run getting in here, while Breadsticks, they came in second seed, took down, of course, seventh, eighth, and then fourth. So I would say a little bit of a stronger competition coming into this, perhaps, but that's the fun about having the solar and the lunar side of things. You can never really tell until you get them up against each other, boss.
Oh, 100%. And it's insane to see the one seed from both sides making it so close. The semifinals a tantalizing distance where you can almost taste the chip, but both teams falling short. We're gonna get a 3v2 situation here. I know with the Squalls with Popfugafuff, I'm gonna get that right at some point. Uh absolutely tearing it up. 84 SPV this season, and Free, an incredible complimentary piece, played last season for the Havarti Hustlers, who actually were, oh, sorry, the 4 seed from the semis on the East. My bad. I can't read. I'm so glad I can't. But no, Free, playing for the Havarti Hustlers, went and joined with the Squalls, and, Shamu putting together such an incredible Chally team year after year. They're back here in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? We can sit here and we can talk about what might happen. Let's see if we can actually get these players to get down on the field. It will be a best of 7 to see who is going to take this Challenger Championship. 5 minutes on the clock for game 1 here, and we will see who's going to take first advantage. And it's looking like a quick opportunity coming right off the rip for Breadsticks. Should have a shot on, but no, it's going to be sent off to the side. It's going to be, what are we going to say here? We're going to go with just Pop for this one? That's quite the name.
I'm going to have to just say Pop. Otherwise, I'm going to be butchering it all night. 100%.
Well, we'll stick with that. How about that? We'll just make the declarative decision.
I believe a caster once told me, we've got the mic, so we're in control. Wheelman 95 playing up pretty far, unable to get it past Grobber, and this is going to die into the corner here. Blood Raven trying to get it past for the center. Free tries to get it cleared, but Wheelman 95, who's been on a tear all season themselves, is able to stop and take control of this. They get the first pop. They get the second.
Nice.
Oh, my. What a fantastic shot from Wheelman 95.
And it's the full solo play, the 1v3, Pop a little bit awkward, caught backwards, not able to get around it, and Wheelman just says, I'll take that all day long. The 1v3 action to start us out, and Breadsticks, they're coming into this, and like I said, they're ready to run it. They were coming through, had a little bit of an easier seeding in the bracket, but we'll see if that ends up coming back to haunt them. It's a brand new day, and there's a reason we play these series. And we're seeing it just there. Wheelman, again, big send down the other way, has an opportunity, but G-Robber shuts it down hard. Duber, gonna collect on the side. Free is really stretching for this. That's a lot of resources being used, but the ball is still gonna stay in this corner. And Blood Raven trying to get the continue. No one really going for anything too terribly crazy or network just yet. Just a lot of time in this corner, and we'll see how this ends up progressing, because a lot of resources are being used, but nothing too very lethal just quite yet, boss.
Not really. Everything seems to be dying either at the midfield or on the back wall. This Breadsticks team really playing solid defense here. Grobber gonna have to play this a little patient, gets it past one. Blood Raven's there, waiting in the midfield to push it downfield. It's gonna be off the backboard. Blood Raven centers it for the Wheelman, and the Wheelman rolls it on in for goal number 2.
Yeah, and this is what I was asking for. Just get something a little bit more central. And Wheelman finally had the opportunity off a wonderful pass from Bloodraven. And that's what you want to see. You can't just let the ball get into the corner. This is, that initial feeler part of this series, seeing what the other team's going to do. So a lot of times it's going to be this hero ball, trying to get one thing going at a time. And we're seeing that here. Wheelman really taking over. Good stand here in the net as well. And a team bump is going to slow down this approach. It was a 1v3. They had the isolation, but they just got a little bit too jumpy there, trying to really make sure that converts, and it might just go through. Duber says not today, and has an opportunity to pass down back to Duber. Bloodraven go for the bump, and I'm liking what I'm seeing out of this Breadstick so far.
They are playing far too calm, far too patient for a team that's in Chally, and it's paying off. Wheelman 95 almost gets the hat trick within the first half of the game, but that bounces off the post, helping out this Squalls team pretty hard. Free gets the pop, gets it over to, recovers pretty nicely, but the Wheelman able to force the center. Grobber splits the 50, goes center again, but Bloodraven able to clear it back to the wall. Crop, they just can't seem to get it past the midfield at this point.
Oof, and the physicality here as well. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of press coming through for Breadsticks. They're getting this ball down on this other side, and they're starting to make things a bit more dangerous. You were calling it out. They look really calm. They don't look like they're rushing anything, not trying to stretch for too many opportunities. They're just going for that kind of real high percentage plays, keeping the ball near themselves, getting it to the other teammates as well. And chance here yet again for Wheelman to get a center down to Bloodraven, and bang, there it is. This is what I'm talking about. Just get it towards the middle and the opportunities will come, and Wheelman is on 420 points. My word, they are everywhere.
I do know when I was talking with a few people, the predictions were at the beginning that Squalls were going to be able to take this. They really seemed to step up and play some solid competition in the playoffs, but I think there's a chance at this point in time we might be wrong. This Breadsticks team really came out guns ablaze. I know there's a minute 15 left, but shy of a miracle crop, I don't foresee this Squalls team coming back.
I mean, the way the defense is being played right now from Breadsticks, yeah, it's the 3-goal deficit. I can't even finish my sentence. 4-goal deficit at the minute mark, and you're going to have to get back to the drawing board. We were over here talking about conferences. I was spouting all sorts of nonsense about Solar and Lunar, and what we really should have been talking about is apparently just Breadsticks being led by Wheelman, facilitating wonderfully, and Bloodraven, no slouch of their own, currently sitting at 340. The rest of the servers in that 100 to high 100s range, so you can see how much effort they're putting in, and Duber trying to shut me up and get some points of their own as well, but not able to do so. Wheelman shepherds this to the side, but free. He's going to try and collect, send it back towards mid. Nobody can get a hold of it. Nobody can shoot it as well. That's an opportunity you want to convert on, and the chance was there. You got to get one for the road, start to change up that momentum, but it's not to be just quite yet. Chances starting to come through. It's a bit of an own goal. Okay, nope, just passing across the box for some reason. Wanted to get another save on the board, apparently.
And you're right. They should have honestly taken the goal that they could have. Even if they lose this game 4-1, they could have gone into game 2 with the understanding that, hey, it's doable. But now, with such a clutch save from the Wheelman 95, who's going to pop this here, maybe. Oh, what a clear. Bloodraven putting all the power behind it, able to send it all the way down pitch. And yeah, we're going to end game 1 at least 4-0, maybe 5-0 at the here in a second. Okay, we're good.
There it is. Yeah, well played. Breadsticks coming out, and they just, as you were saying, and I have to repeat yet again, they were just so calm. Doesn't look like they're in the pressure of the grand finals of this bracket here. It looks like they're just playing their game, and they had a really good, I don't know if it's necessarily mentality, if they just know that they want to play their game, or if it's a little bit of Squalls trying to warm up into things, but it just seems like Breadsticks, this first game, they were just well in control, and you can see there, 504, 402, and that's going to be a hard one to stop, but we've seen this more often than not, that a team will get blown out in the first game, and they say, oh, wait, yeah, we're supposed to win, and they come back with a vengeance in the next.
Well, and for sure, You know, we talked about this earlier in the season. Wheelman 95 has had almost 100 SPV all season. They're at a 99.6 coming into the playoffs, which is insane through 44 games, easily double promotion territory. But Blood Raven has been incredible alongside. They've been rocking this season, and quite frankly, I mean, we just saw why. They play super well off of one another, either taking the shot, or if it doesn't go through, it's a perfect pass for the second player to follow up and play cleanup.
Yeah, it's just looking absolutely astounding right now, and I don't. Do they think?
I hope they don't think that.
They don't
Yeah,
have to wait for us,
they
but
were waiting for us. We're good though.
they were indeed. But hey, what do you know? Maybe they were just taking that little bit of extra time to say, all right, here's the game plan. We got to make sure we're doing what we need to come into this next one, because Squalls, they had some opportunities. They had the chance to put things away. I would say you really just got to play that team game. Got a little bit too close to each other. Couple times there were chances. They're few and far between. And here it is yet again. Oh my, the team pinch. But you got to start to spread out a little bit more. Allow another opportunity. And there it is. You get one off the backboard. Nobody can really read it. And it is going to be that follow-up finally from second and third man to get one on the board.
Well, they're going to need to do that. They're going to need to load the goalie's box with 2 or 3 bodies and just hammer the ball away, and hopefully they can chisel through such a stifling, like, concrete defense from the Breadsticks team. But realistically, with the way things are going, we're going to maybe have to hold off on predictions until we see a little bit more consistency here. Wheelman 95 putting it down pitch. He's there to read, but free with the long ball clear. Bounces into the corner. Duber centers it. Wheelman 95 with the redirect to push it back to Duber. A little bit of give and go action. Wheelman 95's off the backboard. Pop. Oh, back. I thought there was a good opportunity there, Crop. Could have been a give and go goal.
Yeah, Wheelman is doing wonders at the midfield line, as you were calling out. They decided to not fully rotate back, and they went for the kind of disrupt play at the midfield line, and it's going to be a continued press off of that, because they just had a lot of really good forward momentum on the ball, and it's finally going to go the other way, and it might go fully the other way. It's going to be Blood Raven stretching for this, free up off the backboard. Big 50 win, but gets demoed out of the way, so it's going to be a 1v1 for a brief moment, and Pop this time around, holding strong, sends it to the side, and it's going to be a whiff here and a bump, but oh my, somehow still got a hold of the ball, so Pop has an opportunity this time around to go for the heroics. Nice ceiling pinch, actually, almost gets it on, but Blood Raven again. I think it's the defensive stand right now that is really just impressing me from Breadsticks, but this second game, Squalls are starting to press more and more into the offensive zone.
And it's really nice to see a team regain so well mentally after a 4-0 loss. You know, a lot of teams, especially on such a large stage, are going to kind of shut down and not really rebound so well. But this team doesn't look like they even took a